What's up, guys?
Yes, sir. Still going at it.
Yeah, let's just jump straight into it and let's just start seeing where the cookie crumbles from here.
Yeah, so this week something really cool happened. Like you were talking when you mentioned first of all, Trump, his election coming up, or people obviously thinking what he's going into the White House, and all that is creating a hype in the crypto world. And yeah,
Especially surrounding Solana and BTC, because
yeah,
obviously it's a Solana coin, so it makes Solana go up more. And also because Solana is a leveraged Bitcoin, so it makes Bitcoin therefore go up even more.
yeah,
As we've
exactly.
seen happening, like Bitcoin's gone up another 2%, Solana's gone up about 10%, and then obviously the Trump's just been going through the roof.
Yeah. Like the past 24 hours, like the thing already doubled. It was at like $25 like 2 days ago, and now it's at like 100. So it's
Yeah.
like
I
it,
think at the current moment, it's currently sitting at 72. Yeah. So considering it's starting at less than like 0.0013 or whatever it was. Now we're up to, yeah, quite
yeah.
a,
And I remember you telling me like way back before you actually spotted Trump, but you thought it was a scam.
because I'm just thinking, hey, this is just another celebrity rug pull. I don't know what's going to happen here. So I'm just going to keep a bit more like cautious about it, just because every single celebrity besides Payne, and also it doesn't necessarily make any sense unless he was going to put it into the Fed Reserve, which I didn't think he was going to do up until the recent bit of information actually told me he was, as well as I also got told that there's more than likely going to be a Fed Reserve coin, and also keep an eye out for an Elon coin, just because either Musk get Dogelon or another like official
Yeah,
Elon Musk coin, just because
I
the
would
official
definitely.
coins are going to be like proper.
Yeah,
So we've
the
seen from the first time, it's not a rug pull yet, just still wide up. Just obviously, you got to keep every coin has to have its caution, especially when investing.
oh yeah, definitely. But it's good to have like, let's say you put like, if you have the money, you put like 50 to 100 in all the Elon coins, and you'll bet like at least one of them is gonna pop off, like like this Trump coin for sure. Like there's nothing to, you know.
Yeah.
But I would expect something similar to happen for the Elon coin, especially after Trump gets in.
Yeah, because Elon's like Trump's right hand man at the moment, plus also with all of his space, boring company, and as well as Tesla. So,
Yeah, it all goes back to like power and keeping good ties, with those people at the top.
yeah, and it doesn't logically make any sense for him to rug it. So,
Yeah,
same thing as Elon, because Elon's going to lose a lot of credibility. Same thing with Trump.
yeah, pretty much they're basically watching for each other's back at this point. There's also like, yeah, I was saying in the whole crypto world, there's like also these, you can call them like project launchers. That's how I see them. Like they kind of have like, they're people who actually gather, resources, funds, create volume. There's this whole like nano cap, micro cap, these terminologies that they use to kind of describe, like, for example, a project that has like a cap of like just say 500K, right? And then they kind of gather like people around the technology behind the project, like developers, engineers, and whatnot, to create like a coin for that. And then pretty much they create they make calls for their communities on what to invest and whatnot. Yeah, you can do, it's like hit or miss, but you're like in that crypt. It's like a more in-depth view of, or kind of position in the crypto world.
Yeah.
But I'm just talking for me from like an observer's point of view. But if you guys want to learn more about it, like obviously there's more research. Like I kind of gave terms here and there, but there's you guys can do more research on this stuff. Like there's a whole different world. Like now, I mean, where crypto has come to, like after how many years, it's insane.
15, almost 20.
Yeah, exactly. Like 20 years ago, people would think this thing is like
A
put your
scam,
money.
Ponzi,
Obviously,
yeah.
it's always like that. It's always like that.
But then still, there's a lot of pushback for a lot of traditional people in the financial sector because they still see money as the be all and end all and crypto as more so the scam instead of basically the inflation and the infinite printing to be the actual scam instead.
Yeah. But then you go back to saying like money is already fake, right? Like because right now, like fiat money, current, everything is printed, everything is digital. Like, you're looking at your bank account, all that is literally like in front of
Just
a
numbers
computer.
on a screen.
It's a number, exactly. It's all digital, right? It's all like bits, right? Zeros and ones. So what's to say now? Like, okay, crypto is pretty much the whole basis of, you know, the fact it's already saying like, money is fake. It's not about the money. It's about what people think, how much value they give to, say, a project behind a token and whatnot, right? At the end of the day, or even like they don't even have to be a project, right? It can just be like,
Yeah. And I was going to say like stuff like Ethereum, Solana are the best versions of that because I'm pretty sure Solana started out as a layer one project and then became more and more valuable because of its utility and its use. And it's obviously indicated that due to the price.
yeah, exactly. And the whole infrastructure that comes around, like, okay, now people decide to create like an actual like proper system behind the coin. Like for example, how Solana became the layer one, blockchain. Like a
Yeah.
couple years ago, it wasn't that, right?
We didn't even hear about
Or
Solana
like so,
until about like 2020. It didn't even exist until like last 2, 3 years.
yeah. I remember I was already in Solana way back then, but like right now, the value is actually insane. Like it's like sitting around like $400.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I wouldn't be surprised if it hits 500 usually just because if people start to see more and more of its value and if more and more of the meme coins actually, the layer twos and layer threes start to actually grow and develop more and more for the projects.
Yeah,
Obviously, same thing for Ethereum. Obviously, you're a massive Ethereum, like you'll see Ethereum's your main. So I wouldn't be surprised if Ethereum's the same sort of thing and turns into like, obviously it's a sleeping giant at the moment. So I wouldn't be surprised if it doubles or almost triples
yeah. So like
just because of technology.
exactly. So now you guys kind of see like the what crypto actually provides. It actually provides like a way safer, more and decentralized infrastructure that allows people to make transactions in a safe manner to exchange value, right? And you don't have to rely on a bank. You don't have to rely on people, like something physical. Like it's all just like,
Oh, the only physical thing you've got to rely on is what I suggest is getting a cold wallet because the exchanges act as sort of like a bank. Because if the exchange goes broke, you're going to lose all of your money in that exchange.
okay, got you. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
so you're better off having a cold wallet so then it acts as like your own wallet, your own like safe for it. And unless they know the pin, no one can get in.
like it just goes back to what, like having like a wallet that isn't tied to any exchange. Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much. The wallet's only tied to obviously itself, but whereas an exchange is tied to a company, the wallet is not tied to obviously the hardware.
Gotcha. Yeah,
So
but
the whole
it's like
wallet's
what I'm
physical.
saying is, yeah, I'm talking when I refer to something physical, like something like an actual physical, like for example, gold, silver, or like, like paper money and stuff like that. Like you don't need that anymore, right? There's no, like, people are already using their phones to pay for, most of the time. So like at the end, like in the future, it's already leading to, more and more like crypto based value exchanges, like transactions pretty much.
Yeah.
And like we'll see, like in the next like 4 years with Trump, like I'm expecting a lot of changes here, like in North America. Like it's gonna be insane.
What sort of changes are you looking at or
Like
looking?
I'm hoping it's gonna be more, crypto's gonna be more adopted. Like you'll have it more and more like around like if the US decides to pass a law exact on crypto to allow businesses to actually finally, accept it as like an official payment, right?
Yeah.
Then it's gonna be, people are actually gonna start buying it more, and the people that are already bought, like were already in the game, like a couple of years back, they're just gonna go higher and higher. But I don't know, it's still gonna. I feel like there's still gonna be a lot of conflict, but with Trump, like this guy's insane. Like I think there's gonna be like a surge, or not just a surge, but like maybe an adoption to crypto.
So what sort of adoption are you looking at or are you looking towards?
I mean, I'm starting to see like, for example, more e-commerce, crypto-based payments. So maybe something integrated into Shopify. So everyone who has like an e-commerce based business can actually now exchange with crypto, right?
Or like Bitcoin or
Or Bitcoin
USDT?
or USDT or something like, or even like imagine like just any kind of anything that's out there on the market, the crypto market, that people will actually value, for example. But I don't know if that's
Yes.
something that's going to happen soon. It's probably going to take a longer time. For now, like obviously the official coins that we're looking at, right? Like the ones that are more stable, USDT, BTC, and whatnot.
Yeah. Fair enough. So you're just more looking for obviously more and more stable coins, more and more. But then never mind. Just also thinking with the incorporation of Bitcoin being added to the balance sheet now, businesses can now incorporate that as well with the Shopify or even, yeah, as you were saying.
Yeah, pretty much. And then, yeah, after ecom, maybe you'll find it later, like maybe going out like to a grocery store, or even like, just a regular transaction, just people just exchanging BTC because it's 10 times safer, right? And the fees are probably going to be less, right? You're not going to hopefully they won't try to tax it, but we'll see.
They're
Like,
still going to try and tax it.
they probably still will, but at the end, I hope it reduces the rate, but I don't know. We'll see. The other thing that I wanted to talk about was because we touched a bit on crypto, like how much more secure it is, like all these cryptographic algorithms out there to kind of like on the blockchain to be able to make transactions in a secure way. Now this whole quantum technology is coming up, and
Yeah.
it's gonna make that itself is like a whole different security level.
That's scary, honestly, just with the quantum and what they're looking at. Like, I've seen how quantum, I'm just going to go on a bit of a tangent here, but I've also seen how quantum can crack a lot of the crypto algorithmic, obviously, algorithms and can potentially break through that security. So, crypto is going to have to level up as well.
Well, it has to.
That's scary
Like
stuff.
pretty much. So quantum and crypto are going to have like there's gonna be a big, like it's gonna be very tied to each other. Like if when you look at one thing go up, you'll see how quantum is going to have like I don't know if it'll be a tug of war initially. I feel like it'll be a tug of war initially because quantum, a lot of the official coins right now, like BTC and ETH and whatnot, if they start working very early on, like now with quantum companies, then they
Yeah.
can start like upgrading their infrastructure. But the other thing is, how long is it going to take, right? All that stuff, because there's like right now, quantum is done by like only a few small companies that I know, like D-Wave, Quantum Computing, Quantum Emotion, that's based here and whatnot. But then there's like Rigetti Computing also. And then there's like obviously big companies like Google and IBM that have their own quantum, like, labs and whatnot.
So then what's the projections moving forward with the quantum as well? That's just also what I'm curious because I don't know too much about the quantum
Yeah.
computing. So I
So
only
it's
know
like,
from what you.
The
Right?
basis of quantum, yeah, basically quantum, the way it's so different is compared to classical computers. Also, classical computers work in binary, like you have zero and one. Uh, like when you're looking at like say like in a classical computer, you're always going to have a one state or another state in your, let's say the life of your algorithm or yeah, pretty much. But like, or the other way you can look at it is like kind of like putting in a combination to unlock a key, right?
Yeah.
So with a classical computer, you'd have to try every single combination, like sequence of numbers pretty much to get the key to the lock pretty much. But with quantum computing, you literally have a superposition between zero and one. So you can basically try all combinations in one in one go pretty much.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a Wizard of Oz kind of thing. Like you're always like you have multiple keys at the same time, and you're
Right.
trying like
Just switching
just
between
try
the
each,
different
and you can
values.
switch instantaneously, pretty much until you like it gets off. So
Crack the code.
it can basically like the speed at which transactions will occur with quantum is going to be 10 times faster. So the problem that I had yesterday with like I had to convert all my ETH to like or transfer out my ETH from one wallet to another, and it took like 15 minutes. That would have
Yeah.
done like instantly, pretty much, because the transaction, the cryptographic algorithm to validate the transaction will be solved instantaneously with a quantum computer.
Oh.
So you see how fast it is, and I feel like that's why initially it'll be a tug of war because you're going to basically hack the blockchain if you have like a quantum computer, let's say in the node, like or something. I don't know, in one of the nodes, like because every transaction you're literally that's it. You have the solution in one shot. So
Yeah.
it's insane.
So then what is that looking like for crypto in the future?
Well, first of all, crypto is gonna transactions are going to be even faster than any kind of like known algorithm out there that solves like for like basically cryptographic problems and whatnot. So that's what I'm predicting. Like it's going to be 10 times faster. People are going to look at banks like it's pretty much yesterday. It's like a whole like it's going to be a whole technology wave. You know what I mean? It's like us
That's sort
going
of like the
from the
dot com.
80s. Yeah, it's like us going from the 80s to the internet. Yeah, pretty much. So it's going to be part of like, it's like another AI boom at the end. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah. But
So
then where
that's
does
why,
that leave us really for it? Like
well,
we're
now
just gonna be there sitting there bystanding all the AI and quantum crypto. We're gonna have all this technology obviously expanding and increasing in such a high level, whereas we just stay at our level.
no, no, no. Like right now, you're for now, I would say do as much research as you can, get as much knowledge as you can in the quantum market. 100%. I would even say like going back to like our third point, with the marketing as a very important skill. If you can market crypto in 2025, like bro, your future is set for the next 10 to 20 years, you know?
Crypto isn't really that easy to market as well. It's just like
Yeah, right now it's super easy to market AI. Maybe quantum now, like because a lot of people don't even know what it is. Quantum computing, bro. It's you probably just need like a bit more knowledge on like whatever the physics and math and whatnot. But it's not that bad. Like it's not like you're. I mean, depending on your background, but the ideas and like the whole philosophy behind quantum is not that hard to get.
yeah,
Right? Like yeah. There's also a funny. Let me just bring that up. There's a funny meme out there where Justin Trudeau, someone asks him about how quantum works, and then he actually give like a full out answer like that makes sense for like if you a physicist or someone in the science like field were to listen, even a guy like Justin Trudeau can understand it. So
Yeah.
anyone can.
So that, I was just curious on that, just because obviously with technology, well, massively outpacing us, and obviously now you said with a simple understanding of it with the quantum mechanics, well, quantum computing,
Mhm.
but also I'm just thinking AI is probably more difficult to understand than crypto. And then if people can understand crypto, they can understand all three.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's just two different fields at the end of the day. Like you won't, they're not transferable knowledge. It's not transferable knowledge to
But
know.
no, I just mean like the difficulty of the skill, really.
Oh yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also thinking like, imagine having like a quantum developer like soon. Like right now we have AI developers, we have like obviously software, web developers now. Imagine quantum developers becoming a thing in the future. Like that would be crazy. Because everyone's like seeing that AI is going to be soon replacing a regular software guy. Like Mark
Yeah.
Zuckerberg, this guy was already talking about how AI is going to be replacing like a tier 3 software developer or something along those lines. It's like, wow, that's insane. So they're basically
So
building.
what's like tier three, and obviously what's like a tier three software developer?
It's basically they have like different grades. Like when you get hired in a company, there's a whole grading system. Every year you get promoted. They have to give you more to do and whatnot, more load and stuff. So a tier 3 would be like, let's say you're doing like, say you're working on 5 projects. These are the amount of code that you have to write per day or per week. And then like the complexity of the task and whatnot, right? Improving the performance of like an application or multiple. And then, yeah, pretty much like now it's all going to be done by AI, right? Like, so now you see like there's no point even like there's no, all that knowledge of like software and software development and stuff. At the end, it's now going to be more, how can you use AI to leverage your development? Right? So
Yeah.
if you're not, so as a software developer today, if you're not like in that kind of, you don't have a foot in AI and using AI to make your code better or to even like enhance performance of an application or whatnot later on, I think it's like, yeah, you're kind of like, yeah, your technology is basically going to
What?
age.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to catch up to,
I think that's a good but scary note to end it on.
yeah, it's good because like obviously there's more opportunity for people who want to go into that field. Like nowadays it's a lot, I feel like it's a lot easier with AI. It's just a different way of working. It's a different, but yeah, if you have been in the field for let's say 20 years and stuff, and then you're like looking at AI now as this big monster and everything, like I feel like just don't look at it that way. Like see it as a way that's gonna make your job easy.
Yeah, and make your work a lot more better and a lot more really powerful in your time consuming, and also in the way of your coding.
Pretty much. And then now it's like even with content creation, like what we're doing with ODA, like a lot of our work is being heavily like taken care of by AI, if you think about it, you know,
Yeah.
this whole platform that we're on, like it's a lot of it has these AI tools that help us a lot, you know, generating clips, like, you know, I'm not going to expose everything, but, you know, generating clips, captions, you know, and a lot more pretty much.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's pretty much it for today. There's nothing else to, I kind of like ended off a bit more on like technical stuff, which I guess it still goes into like self-improvement too. Like if you want to go into software or even any kind of
And
field.
it's also developing an understanding of the future of money, which is also part of the self improvement space, which is obviously what we have on our page is wealth, health, and relationship, which is more so it's a part of the wealth side, because obviously understanding technology will help you accumulate wealth over time.
Exactly. Technology and just like updating yourself with like what's happening currently, in the world. And yeah, let's end it off there.
Yeah.